In today's video, I'm going to teach you understanding Salesforce workflow rules in depth, where and how to use workflow rules in Salesforce. By the end, you'll know what workflow rules are made of, when to use them, and exactly where to find and start them inside Salesforce, including what you'll see in the modern setup experience. First, head to your Salesforce org and make sure you're on the main home screen. From there, look to the top right corner and click the gear icon to open Setup. Depending on your interface, you might see an option labeled Open Advanced Setup. Click that to reach the full setup area. This takes you into the admin console where all automation settings live. Inside Setup, use the quick find search box on the left and type Workflow Rules. When the result appears, click Workflow Rules to open the page that lists any existing rules in your org. This is your starting point for managing or reviewing automation built with the legacy workflow engine. Before we create anything new, let's break down the three core parts of a workflow rule so you know exactly what you're configuring. Evaluation criteria determine when Salesforce checks the rule, typically when a record is created or when it's created and edited to meet the criteria. Rule criteria define the actual conditions that must be true, such as a field value or status reaching a certain stage. Workflow actions are what happens when the conditions are met. These actions can run immediately, like sending an email alert or updating a field, or on a time-based schedule, such as creating a follow-up task a few days after the trigger event. Now, to create a new automation from the Workflow Rules page, click New Rule. In many orgs today, Salesforce will guide you to build this automation in Flow instead, with a button labeled Create in Flow Builder. Go ahead and click that. Salesforce is moving standard workflow use cases into record-triggered flows, which provide the same outcomes with far more flexibility. In Flow Builder, you'll choose the object you want to automate, define when it should run, set your entry conditions, and add your immediate or time-dependent actions, all mirroring the workflow concepts we just covered. As a best practice, use this approach for simple single-object scenarios that need straightforward immediate actions or scheduled follow-ups. Keep criteria precise to avoid unintended triggers and test in a sandbox before activating in production. Also, be mindful of overlapping automations to prevent duplicate emails or conflicting updates. That's it for understanding and accessing workflow rules in Salesforce and how to implement those same rules using Flow Builder where appropriate. Thanks for watching and happy automating.